Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, your host. Usually here is where I say, and with me is my handsome co-host, but today it's just me. Well, Mark's with me too. Mark produces the show. I mean, we always give him a shout out anyway, but Elix is away. He's doing work and keeping himself very busy. He'll be back tomorrow. But I wanted to make sure I still did the show. And before I forget, for everybody listening, that next week, that is the week. Also, you've got to make sure you're around and watch, because Elix and I will be in the studio, so you'll get to actually see us. Like if you go on, when you're looking at the stream on my page or WARA's YouTube, you see the studio and you see that cute Mark in the studio. Next week, you're going to see the three of us, which I'm really, really excited. But welcome. I hope everybody's having a great day. One thing that I want to quickly just talk about is what I said in my social media. I'm jumping right into this, is the veil. The veil that is the term that we use to separate us on earth from spirit. And what is the veil, and just the whole description of this veil. So I think it's a really, whoever came up with it, I think it's a really great word, because it really is like a veil. There's times that it's almost like if you say you lost your mom and you are walking, in your kitchen. It's almost like if someone just put a sheet that just separated like half the kitchen into, or split the kitchen into two, and you were walking like just across or parallel to the sheet, it would be like your mom is walking on the other side, but you can't see her, but she is that close. Like her essence, her energy, it's like if she physically was still here and she was walking on the other side, almost like, well, you'd most likely hear her, and say she wasn't saying anything, but you may hear the movement, or you may smell her, or you may just that feeling that somebody's right on the other side of this sheet. Same exact thing with the veil. And now, the veil is really the thinnest, and I think it's just because of this world and technology. But like, what do I mean by the thinnest? I mean that there's more portals. So if we use the same example of the sheet, if the sheet was, say, in every one of the rooms, or say it was like a gymnasium, and there was a sheet that went across the entire gymnasium, or better yet, like say a football field, and the sheet went across, split the football field halfway, and you could just walk the football field, but you couldn't see who was on the other side of the sheet. Probably in that particular case, in one section there's going to be a portal, or like a little door, almost like a place where the sheet can actually be lifted up and you can go in and out. Sometimes that little door, that little sheet will be closed, sometimes it will be open. That's really when we're connecting to spirit. A lot of times, when we have dreams and they're not a dream, they're really a visit. Like you wake up the next morning and it's like, it was like my mom was here with me, like I could see her face. She said something to me. It was just one of those vibrant dreams. Those are always visits, not dreams. Well, she used that portal to get through that veil to come visit you. So there are people that have portals in their home. In my class, which I love teaching, and in my introductory class, I actually have a little section on the veil and portals, and how to actually make a portal in your house, which is really, really cool, especially if you want that interaction with spirit and you want that portal to be really close. But if you think about it, you would find portals, a lot of portals in places that maybe there were tragedies. Say there's a plane crash, and God only knows there's been many plane crashes over the years that we've been around. But in that particular case, there's going to be several portals, because when people perish or people die, their loved ones are going to be right around that particular area. A lot of times temporarily, because they're not going to stay in that area, after everything's cleaned up. But portals will sort of open up. That's exactly the same thing. And can you help to open a portal where you live, as I mentioned before, sure you can. Yeah, I mean, and I teach that in my class, which again I love teaching, and it's a really cool thing. But the portals though work both ways. So the portal doesn't just have spirit come from their side through the portal, in again using the dream example, and coming and visiting you, and just sitting right next to you on your bed, holding your hand, whoever, mom, dad, whoever the person may be in spirit. We actually also can use that portal to visit spirit. So when I'm doing readings like today, when I hit my first break, which will be very soon, and start having people call in and I do readings, that really is what's happening, is that I have my own sort of personal portal that your loved ones, whoever, I know there's already people on hold, right? So your loved ones know that you're going to get through. They know you're going to be the first caller, so that the two that are on hold, your loved ones already know. They're waiting, right? So they come through the portal, and they're just standing not next to me, but they're standing next to you, just like ready to go, just ready to chat and give whatever messages they want to give you, and if you have any questions. But at nighttime, if you've ever heard of astral projecting, going again with the example of dreaming, at nighttime, every one of us, when we go to sleep, we astral project somewhere. And how we do that is that we have a portion of us, our energy, that actually goes through the portal, so the opposite way, into spirit, and then we're able to go wherever we want. So if you're dreaming and you wake up and you dreamt you were, I don't know, in Iceland, and there was maybe specifics or details that you remember, it's because you astral projected there overnight. It's pretty cool. I mean, the veil and the portals, I really think I could do like a whole presentation, like a couple of hour presentation on it, because it's just so much. I actually think you could probably do a class on it, because it just ties into so much of the spirit world and us and connecting, but it's really, really great. And I love, I call them, whether they're portals, whether they're angel doors. I remember I decided to do one. This was I don't know, this was a couple of years ago. I figured, I want to make a portal, but I didn't know anything. Like, I didn't know how to do it. So I said, I'm just gonna get a blank white piece of paper. I'm gonna draw, just like I got a ruler and a pencil, and I drew a door. And I started with not cutting it and just pasting it up on my desk. But for whatever reason, I don't know why, it just always came out sideways or not balanced. And I always just used to laugh at myself, thinking that, if I'm sleeping and probably when I did this portal, I probably didn't even know the stuff I know now, but in spirit coming through, they probably have to say what is this, and go sideways, or sort of bend themselves to get through my portal, because it was never clear. But you know what, I will tell you, you don't even have to take my class to tell you this. It's a really, really cool thing to do for a portal. If you're interested and you want that access, you want your mom, dad, brother, sister, grandmother, dog, you want them close. You want to have a portal right in your house. And if you can believe this right now, Elix is calling me. Every Wednesday, 5 to 6, I have a show, right? And he's on the show. He's calling me at 5:14. This Puerto Rican is something else. So before I take a break, and let me finish, get little sticks, little twigs, and cut them, just break them and just paste them or glue them on a piece of paper and just make a doorway. And I'm telling you, just put that up somewhere, just tape it up on a desk, tape it anywhere you want. Of course, I mean, even like Michael's and places like that, they actually sell kits like angel doors that you can really jazz up and stuff. But if I love taking things from nature, because nature is way more connected than what we are. Like, when you step into nature, it's almost like stepping stones, stepping blocks that you actually automatically get heightened. You get a height, and you get closer to spirit, which is really cool. So I like doing the sticks thing. Or you can get really very creative and get little pebbles and actually put them on. And you don't even have to put it up. You can put it like on your table, but just put pebbles or rocks and make like a little doorway. It can be whatever you want, that's the coolest thing. So do that and have that, and then put some personal things. Maybe put like a crystal you love next to it, or put like like a rose, maybe a dried rose that you took from someone's ceremony or service. Whatever the case, just make it very familiar and know that it doesn't have to be standing up, even if it's on a desk. That's your portal, and then you set your intention. You do like a little breathing in, and you do like a mini meditation and set your intention that's my portal. I want to tell everybody in spirit, my loved ones, my angels, my guides, my master angels, I set a portal here. So now you can actually come through this portal to see me. And it's really, really cool. So I don't know where this first half went. I haven't shut up. But, that's just Stephen the Medium. So it's 5:16. I got to take a break. When I come back, get ready because I will be taking phone calls. So we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and I'm just laughing because Elix calling during the show. Clearly that Puerto Rican just has his own rules and does what he wants. So 508-222-1320 is the phone number if you want to call, speak to me, chat with me, and chat with your loved ones in spirit. But I'm going to go to the first caller, and let's get this show on the road, as my mama used to say. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, this is Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Hello! I'm playing the lottery. I am playing the lottery.
I love this, Megan. So, and Megan, thank you
You have no
for
idea.
the text. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you. It's just been just a crazy week. So I'm just
That's
really,
okay.
for anybody who didn't listen to last week, Megan called and one of the
Can't believe
Megan, I think one of the most wild things was me saying to you that I just see this woman next to you with this flowing
Yes.
dress, and then you tell me that I don't know if it was the night before or whatever. You had a dream of this woman who came to visit you in spirit and had the same flowing dress, right?
Yes, yes, it was crazy. Oh my gosh, I was mesmerized. I couldn't believe you said that. I'm still shocked at that.
Well, Megan, that's the greatest thing about how this works in spirit is that spirit just wants to do whatever they can to validate. Now, I've done readings for you before, so you know this, that they just want to validate things to prove to you that, mom, dad, grandmother, grandfather, whoever it is, just wants to make sure you know that they're here. I'm sort of pausing because Megan, was there somebody connected to you or a conversation about somebody being cremated? There's somebody who's in spirit, but it's not family. It's I don't know if this is connected to you or Manny. Manny is Megan's husband, someone you work with. It's definitely not family, but I can feel that they just showed me the locket with ashes in it, which means somebody is talking about how their ashes. Megan, you never were with somebody or know somebody that somebody was cremated and there was a discussion about
This is
distributing the
crazy.
ashes.
Wow, this is crazy. Okay,
What?
the other day I had looked, oh my gosh. The other day I went to a home in our neighborhood to look at the house. Manny goes, I'm going to drop you off. Look at the house. I know it's for sale, but look at it, just in case somebody else wants to buy the house. I had this crazy conversation with the lady. I don't know what it was about her, but she just kept talking and talking, talking. Nonetheless, I started to say, the energies and the souls and all this stuff. She goes, I know a lot of people like that. She's like, my mother, God bless her soul, she was cremated, but, they wouldn't take her ashes because I cremated her, and they wouldn't take her in the Jewish temple because she cremated her. I cannot even believe you're bringing that up. I can't believe that. Crazy.
Megan,
Wow.
after I just finished saying that that's what our loved ones do, right? Is that they want to make sure. And you know how cool that is? Is that she was this mother who is validating your conversation with her daughter in the neighborhood, right? Megan, how wild is it though that this mom
Gosh.
this mom was like, I'm not related. Tell Megan so she knows it's me. I'm not related. And wow. But Megan, it's really, I've said this to you before, it honestly is just a testament to how connected you are and that everybody's following you in the fact that it blows my mind too that I know you're very, very connected. But the fact that the mother, if you think about this and people that are listening to the station right now, imagine that Megan goes to this house, that she's just looking at this house, doesn't know the owner, and that the mother of the person she's talking to says, I'm going to take advantage of this and just, get Megan through the station and that I can validate that it was me. And let me just tell you, Megan, you know what I just heard? I just heard the mother put her hands like in a prayer, like motion, and just said, Megan, thank you. Thank you for doing this.
Oh.
How amazing.
My gosh.
How amazing is that, Megan?
I can't even right now. I'm actually speechless. For once, I'm pretty damn speechless. Because there was something about, like, me talking to that, I don't know what it was, but I cannot believe you just brought that up. That was like 5 days ago. I don't even know. I can't see.
Megan,
you gotta tell me more. This is crazy.
It's just, it is, again, it's just, you're really connected, right? And I know that you're in a place that you just keep expanding and getting closer and closer into spirit. So just make sure, Megan, like tonight, just make sure that when you have a second before you go to bed, just in your third mind, just bring yourself back to that experience with that woman, and just thank the mom and thank her for letting you do this and being the messenger, and just thank spirit. So and Megan, I hate to do this. I gotta go because I gotta keep moving with the callers. I love you. Thank you for calling and letting me do this.
Thank you so much, Steve. Okay. Enjoy.
All right, Megan. Lots of love to you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, I love that girl. I love the gal, and I love spirit. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, it's Laura Lee.
Hi, Laura Lee. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you, sir?
I'm good too. Oh, well, look oh my Laura Lee, I'm just going to get right into your loved ones because I can't speak because your loved ones are already talking to me,
Okay.
which I love, and I'm so glad that that you're here. I think I just saw you on Facebook Live, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, because when I saw your name, I'm like, I never recognized that name, Laura Lee. So I'm so glad that you called and I get to do this. So let me all right, Laura Lee, there's a father energy, but it feels like a grandfather. Is your father still here, living?
He is living.
Okay, I thought so. So this is it feels like there's two grandfathers stepping forward.
Correct.
Laura Lee, so both of them are 17. Well, what's 17? Your grandfather just yelled out, someone is someone 17, turning 17, or the 17th of a month, Laura Lee, is a birthday or an anniversary, or there's something. Just make sure you hang on to it. Or January 7th. Your grandfathers keep drawing 1-7 like right on your forehead. 1-7. So there's a connection somewhere there. Just make sure you keep it with you. And also, Laura Lee, make sure you keep with you. It also could be, and a lot of people don't remember dates of when our loved ones pass away, but it could be an anniversary of death too. But let me just John, George, Jim, who's the GJ name?
Jim is my father. You're probably talking to his father.
I love that. I was just going to say this. So that means his dad's dad, who's giving a validation to his son, which I love. But I got to tell you something, Laura Lee. These two grandfathers are like tag teaming, and they are both. I'm like, oh my God, two grandpas crying. Both are just keep saying to me how proud they are of their granddaughter, and just like. They just said, your mom's dad just said to me, just like the previous caller, Megan, my granddaughter is really connected. I don't know if you know this, Laura Lee, but when your grandfather just said that, I tuned into your energy, and you are really very, very connected, whether you know it or not. What's the baseball, Laura Lee?
Baseball. I don't know. I'm not really a sports person, but I'm working at day camp right now, and I walk by people playing baseball every day. So. Oh
my God, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I love that. I love when they bring up locations, and your grandpa, both of. Oh my God, who's the grandmother? Mother energy, grandmother.
I have two in spirit.
Oh, but Mom is still here, right?
Correct. My mother is still here. Yes.
Oh my God, your two grandmothers just stepped forward and said, like, forget about the grandpas. Let her know we're here too. We're here. They keep giving hugs and hugs and hugs. Laura Lee. So I love. Just make sure you get that when you walk by, like the baseball field, you got to know that your grandparents bring that up because they're walking with you. But there's a baby. I can feel. Laura Lee, nobody connected to you just is pregnant or just had a child. I am like, I feel very like baby-like.
Well, there's been babies born around me, sure. Mm-hmm.
Did you say there's
been some of my friends, sure, that have babies recently. Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. M name, Mike, Mary. There's an M connected. It could be the baby's name. It could be the parent's name, could be the last name. It is a last name. It's like Masterson or Miller or make sure you just keep it with you. Sometimes, Laura Lee, for people that are very connected like yourself, loved ones just come from like someone, maybe a friend who just had a child. Their loved ones are stepping forward and like, Laura Lee, let's use her. She's really connected. So which I love. Laura Lee, what is with the ring?
Which one? There's
This,
I don't have any rings of my own yet, but I've had a ring given to me by a friend that's dying, a very close friend of mine that's dying. I don't know if that's
I am
appropriate.
sure. I am sure that's probably why they're bringing it up. But there's also, in addition to that ring, Laura Lee, there's also it feels like a wedding or an engagement ring that someone's got that was passed down. So someone's
Um,
like grandmas, moms, dads. There's you don't remember anybody talking about a ring that's passed down?
Not to me. My
No, doesn't
family
it?
is very sorry.
Oh no. Go ahead. I was going to say it doesn't have to be for you, but it's connected to you.
I
Someone keeps
understand.
someone keeps
But
twisting.
the problem with me is that my family has been very estranged. We were all torn apart a very long time ago. So I've had several people die that passed this year. One of them was an aunt, so it might be my aunt that who is also one of the daughter of the grandmother you're talking to.
Oh,
Their
okay.
daughters. Oh, I'm sorry. I did get a lot of jewelry from them, but not engagement, not diamonds or anything. I did have jewelry from my aunt that passed.
Got it. Got it. I
Um,
got it. So just make sure you hang on to it. If you don't know it now, it's either in your memory or it will be revealed very soon. That's how Spirit doesn't give you things that you don't know because there's no point in doing that, right? So they're going to make sure that they give things. Somebody's building something or something. Somebody's good with wood, Laura Lee.
my
There's
whole family are carpenters and amazing, talented woodworkers.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
Yeah,
That's why they're giving that as a validation too, because I could hear the saw and the banging of the nails. It's
that's
all of
part.
that. And I got to tell you, the last thing, because unfortunately I got to take a break. This year, the next year is hang on because you got a lot of great stuff coming, like a lot of great stuff. And is your middle name? Or whose middle name is Ann?
Not
There's
sure.
A name, and it feels like it's a middle name. Ann, Anthony, A. But it feels like it's a middle name. So just also make sure, Laura Lee, you keep that with you. It will come. It always does. And plus, you can go back to my Facebook page and re-listen to this because it will be on there. So, which is the greatest thing, right? Which
Yeah.
is
Can I
a
ask
great
you?
thing.
Does the 17 could it refer to an age at all,
Yeah.
or is that just like a date?
No, it could be either.
Okay, I've been on my own since I was 17. It's been a very difficult ride.
Oh my God, Laura Lee, that's exactly what that is then. And as a matter of fact, when,
I know.
at the beginning when I said 17, I did say it could be somebody's age, but that's a huge thing letting your loved ones in connection know they know you've been on your own since 17 and how proud they are of you, Laura Lee. You are just keep with you. I know you know this, but you are an incredible, unique soul. And I'm sure that's why they told you the next year is good. So just keep that with you. I got to take a break, Laura Lee. Thank you so much for calling and lots of love to you. Okay.
Love to you, love. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Steven, the medium, your host. Unfortunately, my handsome co-host, Coach Elix, is not here because he's away on business, but he'll be back next week. And next week is going to be a huge week because we are celebrating. We're going to be in the studio, so you're going to actually see us when you go to my Facebook page. And we're celebrating my 4th year anniversary of doing the show. On a side note, right before I take more callers, that during the show, of course, spirits everywhere, right? Because people are calling in and the portals are open and everyone's here. And during the break, I just got a text from just a random person. I think something about like voting or something, but it's pretty wild how it says, "Hi, Stephen, it's Billy." And Billy is my dad who died when I was 8 years old. And he took his life. And I just think it's amazing and so cool that, I'm doing this show and my dad is just taking advantage of shooting me a text to say, the way this was written, "Hi, Stephen, it's Billy." It's pretty amazing. And I thank all you guys who are calling in because you're opening up this portal. So thank you. So let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, who's this?
This is Christine.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good too, Christine. So,
Very excited.
let's just check in what's going on with, Christine. You also. This is like the connected show. When I just tune into your energy as I'm tuning into like your loved ones around and whatnot, you're a little different though, Christine, because when I look at you, your energy, you get angels everywhere around. So when I see angels, number one, it always tells me that the person I'm speaking to is connected. But number two, either somebody connected to you loved angels, or you like angels, or talk to angels, but there's a real strong angel essence. Sometimes too, angels reflect singing, like someone who, it doesn't have to be a professional singer, but singing. So just make sure you keep that with you, Christine. Tim, who's the T?
Tom is my husband and my father-in-law.
I love that. So just know that whether they're both here or wait a minute.
My husband's here, my father-in-law.
But your father-in-law is in spirit. Okay, got it.
Yes.
Just know that your father-in-law is giving that as a validation as he steps. Like he's clapping, like really, really excited. What is he showing me? I thought, Christine, it was I thought it was like a bouquet, which could be a double validation. Do you have something like a birthday or an anniversary, like really close? Like you or siblings or dad or father-in-law. It's a double validation, but when I see the bouquet of flowers, it's always 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward, that there's something. There's a celebration or a birthday or an anniversary of death. There's something.
Brother.
Something.
His birthday was in June.
Your father-in-law's?
Yeah.
Was it towards the end of June?
Oh, and his daughter's birthday, who is also deceased, birthday is tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's what it is. I thought June would be too far because we're in mid-July, so 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. Wow, so this would be then your sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law, yes.
Wow. Oh my God, so she also is stepping forward and letting you know and clapping and just very, very excited. It's very interesting when she just said to me, Christine would not think I'd be one of the first people to come through.
Right.
I love when they say that. But she also just said to me, Christine, come on, like we need you. Let the walls down. Open up. It just, I think. I think it's connected. I know it's connected to being connected to spirit, Christine. Just on a radio show, it's hard for me to get into very specifics, and you may say, "What does that mean? Let the walls down." It just means that there's you are someone who's very, very connected, but that there's blockages there some way or somehow. But the great thing about like things that are blocking, they can be it's past, Christine. She just said it's from the past, and there's a really, really strong mother I don't know if this is mother or grandmother, but this isn't your father, your husband's side. This is your side stepping forward.
Okay.
And Christine, I asked the caller before, Laura Lee, about the A name, but it's also for you. Who's Ann or Anthony or a really strong A name?
Anthony's my father.
Wow, I love
and
that.
Antoinette, but he's still here. Antoinette is my aunt. She's passed. Angie is my aunt. She's also passed.
Oh my God.
We have a lot of A's.
I guess. And Christine, the cool thing is that they're all stepping forward to let you know. That's also why I saw the angels. It's very hard for me to remember when I start reading people, and I think I started with you with the angels. That is just another validation for you. It's your one of your aunts just said Christine is so connected, but sometimes Christine is got it's like penetrating cement with Christine. She's very in a good way. Your auntie's saying in a good way. It's just Christine. It's that your aunt just summed this up this way, that the way the walls open, or the way that you keep connecting, is just making sure you trust and know and believe that you are that connected. And I'm telling you, Christine, you may argue with me. No, that's not true. I just share with you what Spirit tells me. And one of your aunts, one of the aunt just said to me, there's still a part of Christine that somehow, some way is not stepping into really trusting and knowing that she's really, really connected. I don't know why they keep bringing me to the past. I mean, listen, Christine, we all have past stuff, right? I mean, I had like a real hard past with my dad committing suicide, but we all have things that, different things that maybe not as serious. Just make sure, Christine, if you're like, and maybe you're not, but if you're feeling like I know I'm connected, but it just doesn't seem like it's moving. Like, it just seems like I'm stuck, or I'm not getting as many signs, or I'm not getting as much as I think I can. Just make sure you take into consideration what your aunts are saying, even if you don't know what they're talking about. Just accept it. And I'm telling you, Christine, if you do the same thing like I told a caller before, just take a couple of deep breaths before you go to sleep or when you got time, and just let that come in, and just say, listen, aunties, like if you're telling me this and I still don't know what you're talking about, help me with it. Like, guide me with it. Like I'll follow you, and envision that in your head, like your aunt's just pulling you and just bringing you to where they want you to focus on. And I'm telling you, it doesn't mean that right then it's like, like a bird comes out of the window and hits you in the head. It just means that very soon you'll figure it out, or a light bulb moment will happen, or you'll just get this sensation or feeling like, I think I kind of know what Stephen was talking about with my loved one stepping forward. I mean, I know I'm just throwing a lot at you. I hope it makes sense, and I hope I'm making sense.
It does make sense, yes.
Good. So make sure you keep that with you, Christine, because the like what your aunts even said, and your grandparents, and your father-in-law, everyone who's here, especially because your father-in-law Tom is with you constantly. It's just he loves you. He's always with you. He's always around you. But he just said, I love him because he just said to me, "Go easy on my daughter-in-law. Go easy on her. She's getting there. Like, she's getting there. She's got to go at her own pace." And he's actually right. He really is right. Everything is timing, and everything will open up the way it's supposed to open up. But make sure, again, I told somebody else, make sure when you get a second, just go back and listen to this, and just follow what they're saying, Christine. Okay?
Right. No,
right,
I will. Thank you so much. I was going to say,
Christine.
and the angels, I talk to them all the time, the angels.
I love that. I'm not
always
surprised.
Call upon them.
And I love that. I love that they're giving a validation that they hear you. That and a lot of people, Christine, don't know that angels, like when you're very connected to angels, then they I mean, I hate to say it this way, but they sort of play favoritism. So you get really, really close to specific angels, which is, I think, which is phenomenal. It's really, really cool. So, I mean, I got to take a break because or they're going to cut us off. So, Christine, lots of love to you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much. Lots of love to you, Stephen.
Oh, Christine, thank you. And we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium. I'm going to go right to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Brenda.
Brenda?
Yeah, Brenda.
Brenda. Okay. I did get that right? Brenda?
Yeah, Brenda.
Oh,
yeah,
Brenda.
Yeah.
Brenda,
Brenda.
I thank you for calling, and I'm glad I get to do this. So, Brenda, as soon as I tune into your energy, Brenda, there's a lot of people. There's a one grandmother. Both grandmothers are passed. One grandmother steps forward, but just keeps telling me that she's always with you and always around you. Brenda, did you come from a big family?
Yes.
Because I can just feel like there's a lot of siblings somewhere, and some siblings that are in spirit.
Yes.
So just make sure you know, how wild is it that all your siblings are stepping forward amongst everybody else in spirit. So, but one of and it feels, is your mom in spirit also?
Yes.
So oh my God, and Dad's stepping forward. Brenda, honestly, this is the show of people that are connected, because you're very, very connected. There's a couple of things, Brenda. Who was the teacher or taught something? There was either someone crossed or someone living or someone wanted to be a teacher. I keep seeing the alphabet around you, which is always my indication that there's a teacher or teaching. It could also not be academics, Brenda. It could be teaching like music, or teaching cooking, or teaching whatever the case may be.
Cook. My daughter.
Does she
Cooking.
teach something?
She went to school for cooking.
Oh, did
And
she ever teach?
No.
Well, so maybe that's what they're bringing up. Maybe in a different way. If she did go to school and picked up stuff that obviously with her cooking and whoever she's with or living with or whatever the case may be. I also this is the third A name. Who's like the Anne, Anthony A name? This is either first or middle name, but there's a really, or Angela, there's a really, really strong, it feels like Anne. Brenda, you don't have anybody in spirit that's like first or middle name that's Anne?
Well, I had a friend named Annie.
Oh, I love Brenda. Not family, but I have a friend. But Annie's in spirit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I love the fact that she's stepping forward and she sort of stopped me and says, don't say all those A names. It's Anne or Annie, whatever the case may be. Know that she's also stepping forward to let you know that she's here. There's also writing or painting. So someone's drawing or painting. It wants to give that as a validation. So make sure you also keep that with you. Someone was either good at painting or picked up painting or, and also W, William, Walter, Wendy. Who's the W connected to you? It will come to you, Brenda.
A great uncle.
And what is his name?
Carpenter, William Carpenter.
Wow, I love that. You may never in a million years think that your great uncle William Carpenter is stepping forward. Clearly he is, and he's also just letting you know that he's here. Brenda, one last thing. You also have a birthday or an anniversary really close too. I don't know if this is siblings, if this is you.
Well, my birthday passed. But
when was it?
May 31st.
No, that's too far away. It's something closer.
My mother, who passed, was July 13th.
Wow. That was her birthday?
Yes.
Wow, Brenda, I can't believe that. I love how your mom's giving that as a validation and just giving you so much love and making sure you know that all these loved ones, there's a younger person, a young female, though, that's in spirit. Your daughter is still here, right?
No. I just
She's
lost
crossed?
my daughter.
Oh, my God, Brenda. I can't. Wow. She didn't let me. She did not want me to go to the next caller. She just stopped me and said, no. Brenda, that's why I love that. I love that she wants to make sure you know that she's here with you and how much she loves you. She keeps talking about a tattoo. Did she have tattoos, or did someone get a tattoo for her?
Yes, all her friends got tattoos.
Wow. Oh, Brenda, she just said to me, or it said to you, she's the best mom I've ever had in my life. And that I know how she just said to me, Stephen, it's not every day, it's every second that my mom thinks of me. But Brenda, I got to tell you something that I want you to hold on to forever, is that your daughter just said to me, every single time, every day that you think of her, it's not just you thinking and missing her. She just said, Ma, I stand right next to you and you pick up my energy. That's how I'm always on your mind, even probably sometimes more so than you even know. That your daughter just walks with you, is with you, and she just said that this was never for her about the quantity of life, meaning that this was not for her. It wasn't about living till she's 90 years old. This was about the quality of life. And she said, Stephen, the love I got from my mom is something that people that live till 90, some people don't get that connection or that closeness. She said, my mom and we could know each other without even talking. Like that's just how connected we were. You understand that, Brenda?
Yes. Oh, yes. I miss her so much, Steve. I miss her.
Brenda, believe me, I know I love what your daughter just said. She said, "Ma, it's the same exact thing with a butterfly and a caterpillar, that when you see the butterfly, even though you don't see the caterpillar anymore, the butterfly is still the caterpillar, right? It started as a caterpillar and transformed." Your daughter said, "Ma," I love how she keeps calling you Ma. Ma, I keep hearing Ma.
Yeah.
She just keeps saying that, "I'm still here, Ma. I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still with you," and that. Just make sure you know too, Brenda, that when the time comes, just like it's going to come for every one of us, but you're going to be reconnected with her with a big hug. And she said, "I hug you all the time anyway, but just make sure you know." And Brenda, your daughter just said, "Ma, every night I'm with you watching TV. When you go to bed, I'm with you all the time, always." And Brenda, there's something in a pocketbook or a shoe. Why does your daughter keep talking about? Did someone like put coins in a purse or a shoe, or like?
I have her pocketbook with her license and all that.
Wow.
I have her stuff.
So make sure you know. I guarantee you that if you go into that pocketbook, you're going to find a coin. And Brenda, your daughter just said, who's Louise or Lee, or who's the L name? There's an L. She keeps talking about an L name. I don't know if it's with her in spirit or here, but just keep it with you, Brenda, because I'm running out of time. So just make sure you know that your daughter just said every time you find a coin, and she said she loves the birds. She loves sending you like anything with feathers, birds, butterflies, dragonflies. It's her.
Yeah.
But the coins she drops for you, she said, "Ma, always look at the year on the coin, because that's going to tell you, either a birthday year or a celebration year." And
Right.
she went either unexpectedly or fast.
She went fast.
Yeah, because she just said, "Stephen,
it was fast."
I was here and then I was there." So she said, "Ma, I love you. I love you. I love you to the moon and back."
Oh, I love her too.
So and she just heard you. So Brenda, I'm the show is ending. So listen,
Okay.
I'm so happy, and please know, Brenda, that the reason and how you got through is that your daughter made you get through. And when you listen back to this. When you listen, and I'm sorry to keep like talking over you, when you listen back to this, make sure you know that your daughter stopped me from moving forward to make sure you knew it was her stepping forward. How's that?
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Sarah.
Brenda, I'm giving you hugs to both of you and lots of love to you, and just keep telling yourself that she's with you, Brenda, because she really is, and lots of love to you, okay?
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
And I'm sorry for not getting to the rest of the callers. This was just one of those things that, I can't control it. It just happens. If you're looking to make an appointment, you can go to my website, Stephen the Medium. You can make an appointment to have some personal time with me. Tuesday, I'll be in P-Town doing the other premiere of Lady of the Dunes, the documentary and I'm going to be there doing questions and answers. Elix will be there. I missed Elix terribly today that he's not here, but he'll be back next week, and the two of us will be in the studio live with Mark, who produces the show, and Mark has his show, Mark's Jukebox, from 3 to 5, right before my show. This is going to be a big celebration because Mark's 4th year anniversary was the week before mine, so he just celebrated his, and I'll be celebrating 4 years of Through the Static. So I hope everybody has a great day. Lots of love to you, and we'll see you next week.